Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. I'm out here on the Tracker Grizzly. I got my brim poles with me today and a couple of crickets, and we're going to see if we can catch a couple of brim. Now, the original plan when I came out here was originally going to go to the Pascagoula River. Unfortunately, that river's still a little bit too high. All the timber around it is flooded out, and the fish are going to follow the water up, so I didn't think I was going to have much success. That's why I chose to go ahead, head down here into some of these creeks a little bit closer to the coast. Not as much rainfall down here, and hopefully it's going to give me a better opportunity to get some of these early season bluegill. I might have my first bite, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's really small, whatever it is, but it gets the skunk out of the boat. Very small bluegill. Yeah, it's cold too. This water's definitely pretty darn cold for this time of year. Very small fish, but hey, glad I got one. I'll stay in this area for a minute, see if I can hook up another. I would really like some hand-sized ones to take home today, but that's always the hope, right? Not the most ideal of conditions. Normally this time of year, our temps are consistently in the 80s, 60s at night. It's closer to the 40s right now and low to mid 70s. I'm not going to complain considering how hot it was last year, but these water temps where they would normally start getting into the 70s now, it's only about 65. So going to be a little bit more difficult than previous years, I believe, to find some of these brim, but if we can find them, I think they're probably going to be holding a little bit deeper, although this is only about 4 feet deep in this area, so not terribly deep. I probably should be using nightcrawler or something on the bottom, but I have crickets as always. That's my go-to bait. That's what I can get easily. And I'm just going to go a little bit deeper with these slip bobber rigs and see if I can get some of these along these tree roots and stuff along the creek. Time will tell though, and hopefully we'll get a couple bites. I think I might finally have another bite. Yeah, that's the third fish of the day, if I can get it in, and it is. Caught another one. Unfortunately, GoPro decided not to work for that instance, but this one is the biggest thus far. Still not huge, but at least I got another one. The bite is very gentle. So usually this year they get a little bit more aggressive. They're going to go after that bait. You got to throw this cricket right on top of them if you want to catch these things today. And that's normal usually for March, but like I said, a little bit colder this year than normal, so more of March behavior in April. Yeah. Catching these little sunfish, been a little bit more consistent as the sun comes out. They're starting to warm up a little bit, getting a little bit shallower than what they were, but slow, slow, slow. That has been the story of the day. I didn't even realize I had a fish on. Oh, this one's a good one too. This one's a keeper. That's finally a keeper. There we go. Man, I had no idea he was even on the other end of that hook. Take a look at that beauty. I'm calling that somewhat of a hand size. Maybe another inch, definitely a hand size, but close enough. I'll throw him in the ice chest. See if we can get lucky and catch a few more like that. Another female bluegill. Yeah, this one's pretty deep down in there. I want to get the pliers out, see if I can retrieve that hook. And if I'm not successful, then I'll just keep her as well. Little deep ledge, and a little tree underneath. I think I got something. Yep. It's another good size one. Yeah. It got real shallow, came up to like 1.5 feet, then dropped back. Possibly. Yep. If I can get it over this branch, that's going to be the problem. Yep. There we go. Got it over the branch in the boat. Number 5 or 6 of the day. Well, that's enough for some catfish bait. I had some jugs with me. Medium-sized one. Circle hook got it in the mouth. Quick and easy release. There we go. Once again, my mic wanted to play a game called Not Working. But here are the 2 main rods I use today. I got my Bass Pro set up. This is $20 rod and reel I bought 8 years ago. It's probably 30, 35 now. Slip bobber setup. This has been really effective and it's my favorite overall. 2-pound test, size 2 circle hook, some lead shot, and a slip bobber. If you're interested in learning how to set up something like this for your brim fishing gear, I'll go ahead and link a video somewhere up here. On top of that, got the Mitchell 310 Pro. This has been a wonderful reel for several years now. Ultralight. It's casting this 2-pound test a heck of a distance. It's the main reason I have that one. If you're interested in the gear I'm using, I'll go ahead and also link that somewhere up here in the corner, and that way you can check it out for yourself. Now, in terms of overall fishing, I ended up getting a nice bluegill on the line. Initially, once again, a really light bite. Didn't really know what I had, and then I just saw the bobber plummet underwater. I ended up fighting that fish for quite some time. It let quite a bit of drag out, and haven't changed the line on these reels in about 2 years, 3 years. It can degrade a little bit over time, especially being just so light. So wanted to be gentle landing this fish, but fortunately I did, and this thing was a behemoth, at least compared to what I was catching earlier that day. It's especially not bad considering. But once I caught that one, I stayed a little bit longer, tried to get that last fish in, and I did. I got another one, not quite as big, but still a reasonable bluegill, and I'm happy with how things came around. Ended up with about 8 fish caught today. That's pretty good considering how cold the water is, and several people were fishing, and they said they were having a really slow bite just to fish here or there, so I consider it a successful trip. Well, I got everything loaded on the boat, started headed to the dock, we got it on the trailer, and here we are now. But guys, that's going to be it for today's video for this fishing adventure. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to share, like, subscribe for more, and as always, thanks for watching.